Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here, Saint Discussions on Strike 7 Sports. And today I just want to talk about Marshon Lattimore and in debate his current standing among the NFL's best defensive players. Now, when I talk about the best defensive players, I'm talking about the best defensive players as a whole. I'm talking about regardless of the position, not just talking about the corners or anything like that. I'm talking about where does he, rank among players like the Chris Jones, the Aaron Donalds, the Nick Bosa's, the Fred Warners, the Darius Slays, Sauce Gardner, those big names out there, Micah Parsons, those type of players. T.J. Watt, you know what I'm saying? Trayvon Diggs out in Dallas along with Michael Parsons. Where does he stand among those top players? Because when you talk about players on defense, those are the guys that get brought up. Now, I just want to discuss where would Lattimore fit into that conversation. Is he that good to where we can put him up there with those type of players? So, Lattimore, he has been a key figure with the Saints defense since rookie season. Won defensive player rookie of the year 2017. And he had like a slight, sophomore slump the next season, 2018, but after that he has just been a really good corner. You know, really good. Gets, constantly getting mentioned up there when it comes to these analytical sites out there like PFF and the other ones out there, ESPN, Sports Illustrated. His name is up there when it comes to top defenders out there in the NFL. He has exceptional skills. Speed, agility, coverage skills. He doesn't get a lot of interceptions, but he gets a lot of breakups. Man, he shuts down his side of the field. Against some of the league's best wide receivers. Now, this based on his history. The type of the receivers that he struggled with in the past are been like guys like the Adam Thielens, Justin Jefferson, give him a little bit of issues last year. But other than that, man, he's been spot on to me. He shut down most of the time. He shuts down the game's best wide receiver or team's best wide receiver. You saw him done it with Julio Jones. Mike Evans is just bad on the stat sheet. He had to. It took an ejection for Mike Evans to get hot in that game last year against Tampa Bay. But y'all know what it is, man. Like Marshon Lattimore pretty much erases the competition on his side of the field. He has consistently has a knack for making crucial plays, interceptions, game changing pass breakups. You saw it last year with the game when he came back against the Philadelphia Eagles, picked off Garner Minshew. That pretty much flipped the tide for that game and pretty much give the Saints a victory. Despite at the time pretty much wasn't nothing to play for. The Saints had very little hope of getting to the playoffs. They won that game, but was pretty much eliminated by the time the day was over. But I'm just talking about his impact, man. He's just that really that good. So I'm gonna look at real quick. I'm gonna just look at these top cornerback rankings from Pro Football Focus. They ranked all 32 cornerbacks ahead of the 2023 season. This came out in May, I believe, May 31st, 2023, by Sam Munson. And now at the top right now, Sauce Gardner is everyone's favorite, cornerback in the NFL right now. He is the top corner rated by many, publications out there. We got Jalen. Now Jalen Ramsey. I don't know why Jalen Ramsey is ranked second. I just think he kind of like fell off just a little bit. Over the this past season, you got Darius Slay at number three, Patrick 16 at number four, Jar Alexander at number five, Stephon Gilmore at six, and now you got Lattimore at seven. You know, um, and I'm surprised they got Trayvon Diggs behind Lattimore, but back to these two players up here, Jar Alexander and Stephon Gilmore. I mean, they base their metrics on their grading system. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have like a paid subscription to like truly understand what they take into account when they rate players. Pro Football Focus, what all goes into how they view players. And I just some find it hard to believe that what they use to these metrics or what metrics are they going by to rate these players at these positions. I mean, John Alexander got a fair, I mean, putting John Alexander at number five is fair. In my opinion, he had just allowed 66.2 rating when targeted, earning him a 82.1 PFF coverage grade in the process. He also set a new career with five interceptions and is still entering the prime of his career at 26 years old. Gilmore, this is the one that he's a little older than Lattimore, but they put him ahead of him at number six. So, like they just said, there was a stretch where Gilmore was the best cornerback in the National Football League. Well, that may be in the past now. He showed in the past two stops that he could still play at a very high level. He was a former Defensive Player of the Year, I believe in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And with the Colts, he recorded an 81.1 PFF coverage grade and allowed an 82.6 passer rating from 82 targets. He now gets the benefit of playing opposite Trayvon Diggs and Dallas this season. So I think what played in Lattimore being ranked at number six is that he missed so much time last season. So much time last season. And the player the secondary, I think they did a fair job of playing, showing up while he was out. But that time, missing because of that injury stuff suffered last season, that pretty much played him and a part of him being ranked at number seven. But they say that his issues has always been inconsistency, and despite not 32 pass breakups for the past three seasons, he has also allowed 15 touchdowns. I mean, that ain't bad, man. To me, only 15. What other cornerbacks are at? What other cornerbacks are averaging? Past three seasons, only 15 touchdowns, and there he had 32 pass breakups. That's solid to me. Even last season, his best game, a 93.4 overall grade. Like I said, came against the Philadelphia Eagles, even though it was Gardner Minshew. But still, I mean, I think there's obviously him being ranked at number seven. I believe he could be a little higher than Gilmore. Between him and Jar Alexander could be a toss up. 13, he's just coming into the league, and it just automatically they just annoyed. Even though I think he's a really good corner, they just annoyed Sauce Gardner as the next best thing at the position for the Jets. So I mean, at number seven, being ranked at number seven is fair, but these rankings could be subjective at times. And Lattimore's impact on the field goes beyond statistics. He's able to disrupt opposing defenses. He's physical. Leadership qualities all contribute to his overall value as a top defensive player in my book. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think that the Saints, you know, defense would be what they are if they didn't have the presence of Marshon Lattimore. I don't. You know, he is a part of that group, that class, that 2017 class that ushered in that the Saints going to that second phase, that second phase of contending for a title with Drew Brees as a because if you didn't get Drew Brees, you didn't get Lattimore, even though you missed out on Mahomes, if you didn't get Lattimore and got a different player, who knows what would have happened? You know what I'm saying? So that's how important he is to this this team. You know what I'm saying? So overall, man, I think Lattimore, even though that ranking is up for debate, number seven being Pro Football Focus is number seven ranked corner in the NFL. Um, I think he's up there among I would say the top 15, the top 10, top 15 range of the best players in the NFL on defense, regardless of the position. I'm talking about linebacker, regardless if you're a linebacker, a DT, the defensive end, a safety, a corner. He's in the top 15, bro. Top 10, more preferably in my book. Because you can. That's an argument for each of these players that I mentioned of putting them in the top 10, the top 15, because of what they do, because of the impact they have on the defense, the skill set. Everything that they present to the game is, it's not up for discussion, but they have a strong case for being amongst those ranked among those great players. And I think Lattimore's case is no different. I think he's really that good. Looking forward to seeing how things play out this season. I think he's gonna have a really number two, cornerback opposite lineup opposite of him. It's looking like it's gonna be Paulson Adebo. Um, Alontae Taylor may be going to the slot from based on what I'm seeing. So I think he's gonna have another great season, barring another serious injury, and hopefully he can stay healthy. And because his presence on the field, man, changes things so much for defense. You know, so we just got to see how that's gonna play out. But uh, that number seven ranking is fair. It's debatable in my opinion, but I see why they did it. But overall, man, I think he is in the top 15, the top 10 of best players on defense, regardless of the position. So that's how I view it. All right. All right. That's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. How do you view Marshawn Lattimore as as one of the NFL's top players on defense? Also, check out SaintsDiscussions.com for latest content on the Wall Saints organization. Have a blessed night. Be safe. I'm out. Peace. Who that?